Last night, all eyes were on the so-called triumphant return of Angel Reese. Chicago hyped her comeback louder than a championship parade, splashing "Welcome back, Barbie" across every platform imaginable. But the storyline turned scandalous the second she hit the floor, because what fans tuned in for wasn't a victory lap, but a viral block and a 5th straight loss. Chicago now sits at a disastrous 8-26, playoff dreams slipping further away. Every headline focused on the block, not her points. Critics couldn't miss the irony. The self-proclaimed superstar who took a mysterious month away dropped 19-7-4 but watched her team unravel yet again. The stage was set for a marketing disaster. Does Angel Reese actually move the needle for winning? Sound off in the comments. Let's talk quitting, because for some, it looked like history repeating. Back in her rookie season, when Rookie of the Year was out of reach, she ghosted down the stretch. Now, with Unrivaled, the same story, vanishing from the playoff push. And after that month of silence, Chicago nearly threw a parade to announce she'd reappeared. Chicago's social channel went all in, "Welcome back, Barbie," in neon letters. But as soon as the ball was live, the difference between the hype and the harsh truth was impossible to miss. On defense, it was all struggle. Williams forced turnovers, but Reese couldn't finish. Fans heard a lot about her reflections and learning about myself, but critics called it out. No talk of accountability, just tone-deaf platitudes, while the Sky stumbled into another loss. The return should have inspired hope, or at minimum, put Reese's name in lights for the right reasons. Instead, social channels blew up replaying Ezi Magbagor's monster block. Within hours, Reese's return was a punchline. Yes, 19 points went on the board, but fans remember the memes, not the buckets. How do you sit out 10 games and still crack the top 4 in turnovers? The social media jokes flew swiper, no swiping, and dig after dig undercut every comeback promo. Did she lead the Sky to a heroic win? Nope. They dropped another tight one, 94-88, nearly 0 seats empty at Wintrust Arena. For all the talk of a savior's return, the product was another loss and more questions. So why was this return so hyped? Because Chicago made Angel Reese the face of the franchise? They went all in, trading the no. 3 picks Sonia Citron to Washington, believing Reese plus veteran Ariel Atkins would unlock the playoffs. Instead, Citron is thriving for the Mystics and making a real push for Rookie of the Year, while Chicago is stuck with one of the league's worst records. Critics can't stop poking holes in the narrative. When was the last time Angel Reese translated numbers into wins? The Sky pushed urgency and skipped patience. They built the team around Reese and instant results, but got neither. Reese has numbers nearly 14 points and 12 boards a game, but even with her stat lines, the Sky keep racking up losses. This should be a rebuild, but Chicago traded away its best shot at long-term success. And ironically, if they do end up with the league's worst record, even the no 1 pick belongs to Minnesota instead. The optics get worse. Sometimes, with Reese out, the Sky look more cohesive, balanced almost like a team free to play. That's not entirely on her, but perception cuts deep. Where did Angel Reese vanish to for nearly a month? Officially, a back injury. But her own coach punted, saying, if Angel didn't say, that's her story to tell. Reese herself called it a personal journey. I learned a lot about myself. Made the story sound less like a rehab and more like tapping out on a sinking ship. Her previous absences tell a tale too, skipping out before the end of Unrivaled playoffs. Missing last year's Sky finish once awards, hopes faded. Fans and critics called her out, questioning whether this rookie face ever finishes what she starts. The Sky themselves made things murkier by barely mentioning her absence, no regular updates, no bench cameos, just silence. Meanwhile, as soon as she stepped back in, Cardoso's numbers dipped, other young stars were overshadowed, and for once, the Sky's supposed centerpiece didn't look like much of a builder. Chicago's arena was nowhere near sold out, despite all the banners. The Savior campaign rang hollow. Reese's presence filled social feeds, not seats. Compare that to Indiana, another team battered by injuries, but refusing to quit. The Fever rebuilt not around marketing, but around grit. Clark, Boston, Hull, Mitchell, and Cunningham combined for accountability, not excuses. Clark packs arenas whether she plays or not, and her leadership actually connects with the fans. The energy around Indiana is organic. They're building a culture instead of a hype machine. Fans invest because growth feels real, not manufactured. You feel the difference in the stands. Chicago's welcome back night brought just over 6,700 to a 9,500 seat arena. Indiana feels electric even on regular nights because their progress is visible. So here's the big question. Is Angel Reese a true franchise cornerstone or just a mirage created by marketing? Her return didn't spark a run. Chicago is out of the playoff race. Reese made the All-Star team, but never the postseason. Meanwhile, Indiana's method bouncing back, winning together has fans believing in their future. That's what separates contenders from pretenders. What do you think? Is Reese a real solution or just hype? Does she actually make teams better? I want your take. Drop it below, like, subscribe, and set up notifications so you don't miss what's next.